regalia, when you are putting it together, it comes from different places. And traditional men, too, when we dance, traditional men, you're telling the story. So when you see us dancing, and actually grass dancers detail their own story, the same thing with the guys with bustle, right? I'm not sure what yours is because I haven't really looked into that a whole lot. I try to stick mainly to our traditional men. But when you see me dancing around, you'll actually see me, I'll mimic what a warrior would have been doing. So that's why I dance back and forth like this, because I'm looking and I'm watching to see where an enemy would be. I'm using the shield to block stuff that's coming in. I'm using the club, right? The same as it would have been used, right? In more traditional society, when we did have gatherings, they were always for a reason. And a lot of times when you went out and you danced, the Mi'kmaq man went out and danced with his shield and his club, he was basically showing how strong he was, right? So he was showing that he was defending his family.
Just like a man would look at a woman's regalia and say, well, she can sew, she can do beadwork, she's good with her hands, you know. So it also displayed to them, a man's point of view, that yes, this would be a good partner for me. This woman could take care of my home and take care of my kids and make sure they're dressed, and you know, displaying your abilities without showing off.
The regalia itself too is very personal because you want to show who you are. So if you look at, especially a lot of traditional men's, the symbols like the thunderbird on the front, right? That has meaning to me. Our dance, like our song and our drum, is all prayers. And that's why people give me tobacco ties to pray while I'm dancing, because that's what I'm doing, right? I may be representing myself. No doubt I'm telling stories. I'm honoring the ancestors, but at the same time, it's prayers too. Most of the research I've done on traditional men's dress for Mi'kmaq, the feathers that he would have used, if he used feathers, were usually turkey, not eagle, right?
Gull,
whichever. But a lot of most of the pictures in that I've seen actually had turkey feathers.
See, in Mi'kmaq culture, one of the teachings that we would have traditionally got, which kind of gets left out a lot, was it didn't matter what species you were, it didn't matter you were human or animal, all life was equal. So an eagle would not have been held any higher than a turkey, you know, or grouse, or, you know, each life, no matter what it was doing, had its place. And it had an important role in the grand scheme of things, and you needed all the pieces to make a whole. So, and like when he was saying about how each regalia is personal, if someone's wearing a regalia or a medicine bag or something traditional, don't ever go up and touch it unless you ask. Because we believe in the energy that's out there, and people carry energy. And if someone handles my things without asking, if their energy isn't in sync with mine, I'm trying to be nice here, it can...
Mesh it.
Yeah, it can. Another thing is, as you were talking about times when to wear regalia. I know that the men, Scott has them too. He has his full regalia, but he also has a ribbon shirt. So, like, if we had to go to, I don't know, some kind of function where we may or may not play a drum or whatever, he might just decide to wear the ribbon shirt instead of wearing his whole regalia. Or he might decide to wear, like, just the shirt and the breechcloth or whatever, like, instead of taking out everything. And that has to do with a couple things. One is just common sense. I mean, if you're going from one place to another, it's a lot to lug sometimes. Another thing is it's sometimes a little overkill, or like, well, they're actually weapons. You can't walk down Main Street wearing, or, you know, using a club, right? So, but for myself, like, if I'm asked to go somewhere, I might wear my shirt or my skirt, or I might just wear another skirt, because I have lots of long skirts, right? So I'd be respectful, but it doesn't necessarily have to be everything. For me, and for what I see, like the different types of regalia as well, like there's jingle, which is, and the ones that I'm listing off now, like jingle, that's from away too. That's a medicine dance, and I know that for jingle dresses, I know that each jingle is supposed to be given with a deed. So if a woman's wearing a jingle dress and it's got 200 jingles on it, she's done what people consider 200 good deeds. That dress is used in healing dances, because the jingle dress is used for healing work. Shawl, which is what mine is, that came from away too. The original shawl dancer was a woman who was trying to provide money for her family and did dancing at a train station. That's how shawl dancing started. As for traditional women's is definitely what would be done by elders in the community. It's a more sedate dance. It's not as active, but I believe that there isn't many doing what I would really consider traditional women, because I myself am a traditional woman and I'm not as old yet as I don't only just have to shuffle my feet. I can still move. I think traditionally we would have danced to show our ability, our skill, our agility as women. And also, like I said, depending on what dance you were doing, there are dances where you want to attract the opposite sex, right? You're looking for a mate or a partner or whatever. I mean, you also want to show your skills and your grace, your ability to flow, to be able to move with not only the music, but with life.